So let's get to the repotting. Or rather, potting up. Because I didn't have any pots to begin with. Okay, Masdevallias. Let's get the sphagnum moss out here. Just gonna wring some of the sphagnum moss out. Don't need that much moisture in there. Start with Maui Gold. Just gonna throw some of the bark in there for the cocoa bark husk in there for good measure. Just add a little bit of air circulation. And I've pre-soaked everything. You don't want to put the dry moss and stuff in because it expands and whatnot. Throw a little bit more moss in here. Trying to get this plant in the center of the pot. Good luck. I don't know whether you've probably never seen it, but I am really bad for that. Usually my plants are off to one side, always. I don't know how people are able to do that. Get them right smack dab in the center. Good for you. Okay. Oh, it looks so cute. So excited. Brad, if you're watching from Brad's greenhouse, I see at IZP channel, you got me inspired with Masdevallias because yours are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Went to an orchid show and I almost bought some, but then my conscience kicked in and I decided to pass that option up. And I don't know, eBay prevailed, and I actually got this one for $9.99. This is the Maui Gold. As you can see here, I've potted it up with the sphagnum moss and some of the cocoa husk. I've put it just to the crown of the plant. I didn't bury it too deep, and I didn't bury it so that the roots are still showing. So you want them to just be at ground level. And it's still lightly packed in there. You could still push the stuff down a little bit more, but it's firm in there, but not too firm. Stick the tag in before I lose it and lose my mind. We'll do the next one. Same process. I'm just going to put some sphagnum moss down in the bottom. Wring it out a little bit. A little bit of bark down. Mix it in just a little bit. A little bit more sphagnum moss. A little bit more bark. I was going to mix them all together, but this one here is going to get more bark than moss, so I wanted to make that change when it needed to happen. I didn't want to mix everything all together and then have to start fresh. Okay. I'm doing a pretty good job at getting these in the center at the moment. I'm very proud of myself. Why is it that sphagnum moss never seems to last as long as I think it will? I'm almost out of sphagnum moss here. Good thing I got the bag right here. I can add another handful. And it's very quick to rehydrate. Okay. So excited. I love getting new plants. I'm going to put these in the grow room under the grow lights. Grow lights are going to be on for 16 hours a day. And the temperature is about 22 degrees. These Masdevallias are, I guess, are intermediate growers, so they don't want to be too warm. Cool to intermediate, I suppose. What is that? The temperature range for that? I think its maximum is about 25 degrees Celsius. I think it's between 18 and 25 degrees Celsius. It's not too hot. Like just regular room temperature. What we're comfortable in is what they're usually comfortable in. Unless you like to blast the air conditioning. They probably wouldn't like that so much. So this one is lovely. Ooh, me and my tags, God. Next year you'll be getting an update and I'll be like, I have no idea what these plants are. I think they're Masdevallias, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, I love how healthy this stuff looks. There's all kinds of back bulbs. If I wanted to, I could try to propagate these by back bulbs. Not going to. What do I look like? Motivated? It's early morning. The sun's barely up. Catch me on the weekend, maybe. This is going to be a long video. I'll make this quick. Okay, we're going to zip these right into here. It's going to be a tight squeeze for now. That's alright. A lot of orchids like to have a tight pot. Might do this video in 2 parts. By now, if you're seeing this, it probably is in 2 parts. Because you'll be at the end, and yeah. I'm just the last to know at this point. Just jamming in stuff around the roots here so that the roots are supported so that it feels comfy in its pot. Let me grab some more sphagnum moss here. I've used all of my other bark, so I'm just going to fill it in here with sphagnum. Again, if you're using sphagnum moss, don't pack it in too tight. If you pack it in really tight, it doesn't dry out. And if it doesn't dry out, you'll get rot. And that's not the case with all orchids, but with this intergeneric Oncidium-esque type, they like to dry out between waterings. And you will get root rot. Alright, so we're all potted up. And yeah, stay tuned, and I'll give you some updates on these as they grow, and hopefully they do well. I'm really hopeful. I'm really looking forward to the Masdevallias, and this one when it blooms, because this is blooming size. And again, why am I forgetting labels? Super. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and happy growing.